Yes, welcome to the last session of your probability and statistics. So here let me start with the distributions called as the binomial distribution ma. So here also they won't ask you the proofs that and all the usage of that particular distributions. So that only they will concentrate much more. So let me take the statements. First one I will go with the binomial distribution ma. So binomial distribution if x is said to be if x is said to be a binomial random variable, if x is said to be a binomial random variable, it allows the values from 0 to n with the parameters n and p, and its a probability mass function, is that is a binomial distribution of x with letters, that is parameters n p, which is called as a p of x, that is ncx p power x q power n minus x, ncx p power x q power n minus x. So where your x is varies from 0 to n, so that is here if I mention this one, so 0 is less than or equal to x is less than or equal to n, that is p plus q is equal to 1 from that q is equal to 1 minus p, and it is 0 otherwise. This is the binomial distribution. Okay, so nothing is there, just the formula n6 p power x q power n minus x. So let me take the properties here. What is the mean for binomial distribution and what is the variance for binomial distribution? So that they are already calculated. So mean for the binomial distribution, which is equal, that is expectation, which is equivalent to n into p. Similarly, variance, that is that p of x, that is np q. So these are the properties, so that you can go with the particular ideology. Okay, yeah. So I'll explain you this with respect to an example. I'll explain this with respect to an example so that you will have an idea. So let me take the example of the binomial distribution. So let me consider this so that where I have to use this, how I have to use that, you will get it as a point, right? So let me take that. Find the probability of getting a 9 exactly 2 in 3 times, with a pair of dice, So this is the question. Find the probability of getting exactly 9. Find the probability of getting 9 exactly 2 in 3 times. So first you have to take the difference between. So they want what sum as 9. For that the parameters, what are the parameters they had given there. So n is what 3 times they given, and the other parameter probability p is equal to what you are having here. The probability you have to calculate it as. Am I right or not? That is a p you need to calculate it as. So that is they are given what 9 they had given. So if I throw it dice, the sample space is 36. But what they are asking, what is the sum is equal to 9 they are asking. What are the possible cases you are having here? 5, 4 and 4, 5, then 6, 3 and 3, 6. These are the possible cases. Am I right or not? So sample space S is nothing but what 6 square, which is nothing but what 36. So now what is the probability of that is a p value will be what 4 divided by 36, which is nothing but what 4 ones 4 9. So now I got the value of my P, then what is your Q? P is equal to 1 by 9 and Q will be what? 1 minus P, which is 1 minus 1 by 9, that is how much ma? 8 by 9 you will have it as. Am I right or not? So and the other value is what they had given? Exactly 2 in 3 times. That means that your x value will be what ma? 2 they had given in the problem. So now I need to calculate the probability of exactly 2 in 3 times. So probability of x is equal to 3, I have to take it as, which is ncx p power x q power n minus x. So substitute these values. What is your n? N is 3, c x is 2, p is what? 1 by 9, whole power x is 2 and q is 8 by 9, whole power n is 3, x is 2. So here you will have it as what? Which is a 3c2, 3c2 into 1 divided by 81 into 8 by 9 whole power 1 into 8 by 9. So 3c2 value, which is how much ma? 3c2 value 3 will be there. So if you simplify it, you will have it as what? If you simplify, you will have it as what ma? 8 divided by 243 you will have it as. Check it out whether you are getting this or not. This is the simple application mode. Nothing more than that. So first you have to take the values of your P and Q and what is if you are solving the problem in terms of your binomial distribution, that parameters, that's all. So if you are concentrating with the parameters, it's more than enough. It is more than enough. That's all. Nothing more than that. Nothing more difficulty here. Right. So can you solve one more problem based upon this? So note down that the probability of man hitting the target, probability of a man hitting the target is 1 by 3. The probability of a man hitting the target is 1 by 3. Right, this is the probability, that is a p value they had given. First problem in that, if he fires 5 times, what is the probability of his hitting the target? What is the probability of his hitting the target at least twice? What is the probability of his hitting the target? What is the probability of his hitting the target at least twice? Next question. How many times must he fire? So that the probability of his hitting the target, at least once is more than 90%. At least once is more than 90%. This is the question they had given. Nothing is there. The probability of man is hitting the target is 1 by 3. So that is the p value, success value. P is what ma? Success. We used to call it as a success. P is 1 by 3 and Q is what? 1 minus P, which is 1 minus 1 by 3. That is, we'll have it as what? 2 by 3 will be there. Am I right or not? Yeah. The first question is, if he fires 5 times, means the value of your n is what ma? 5. Then what is the probability of his hitting the target at least twice? At least twice means what ma? Greater than or equal to. At least means what? Greater than or equal to. So that is the first problem. Directly they are asking that. First one will be what ma? First problem will be what? N value they had given it as 5. And you need to calculate a probability of x is greater than or equal to 2. You people have to calculate it as. This is what the thing. So then what is the probability of x is greater than or equal to 2? How I do it as? Which I can represent as what? 1 minus the probability of x is less than 2 I can represent. Then again x is less than 2 means what? 0 and 1. So 1 minus probability of what? 1 minus of probability of x is equal to 0 plus probability of x is equal to 1 you have to calculate this. This value you have to calculate this. Yeah, let me take the simple thing. What do you know that the binomial expression is what, ma? The binomial distribution x of, that is nothing but what? N comma p, which is nothing but what? NCx p power x q power n minus x. This is what the thing. So which is, I used to take it as what, ma? Probability of x. Am I right or not? Yeah. So now what I am telling is, if I substitute x is equal to 0, suppose this is the binomial distribution that you know that. Right. Suppose if I want to calculate probability of x is equal to 0, means x is 0. So substitute nc naught p power 0 q power n minus 0 e. So what is that nc naught? Nc naught 1 you know that, p power 0 1 you know that, and q power n minus 0 is nothing but what? Which is q power n. So hence I can take it as what, ma? I can take it as what? Probability of x is equal to 0 is nothing but what? Q power n directly. No need to calculate. Am I right or not? So, I mean, no need to substitute all these values. Directly, you can do it as what? Probability of x is equal to 0 means q power n. Similarly, can you take probability of x is equal to n? Probability of x is equal to n if I substitute it as, what I'll get as here? Ncn p power n q power n minus n. So, Ncn again which will be 1, which is nothing but what? P power n q power 0, which is 1 will be there. So hence we'll have it as what? P to the power of n. So hence probability of x is equal to n if we are having. I can substitute directly, which is nothing but what? P power n I can do it as. Getting what I'm saying? So these 2 points which you have to keep in your mind to solve a problem on that. So now what is our case? Probability of x is greater than or equal to 2. Here I need to calculate what? 1 minus of probability of x is equal to 0 plus probability of x is equal to 1 I have to calculate it as. So now directly what I am telling is, so 1 minus of probability of x is equal to 0 means what? Just now I calculated. Directly you can substitute q power n plus this one x is equal to 1 means what, ma? Ncx p power x what? That you can do it as. That is what I am telling is nc1 p power 1 q power n minus 1. So because x is equal to 1, that values you have to substitute as. Substitute the values. N is q is what, ma? 2 by 3 whole power n is what? 5 plus n 5c1 p is what? Sorry, p is 1 by 3 whole power 1. q is 2 by 3 whole power 5 minus 1. Yes, yeah. Give me the value. If you do this, if you simplify it as, you will have it as 131 by 243. If you simplify it as, you will have this one. So this is probability of x is greater than or equal to 2. Just simplify it, ma. This is a mathematical calculation that I am leaving for you guys. Okay. This is the first problem. Clear? Nothing more than a complication here. Yeah, let me go with the second problem. What is the second problem and what they had given there? What is the second problem? Yes, yeah, how many times must he fire so that the probability of his hitting the target at least once is more than 90%. He's hitting the target, at least once is more than 90%. So that means probability of, see, check it out, at least means what, ma? At least means what? Greater than or equal to once, which is greater than 90%. That is a more than 90%. That's all. This only now I need to calculate it as, yeah, this again I have to represent as what? 1 minus probability of x is less than 1, greater than 90%. So again, if you calculate, what you will have it as, this one if I take that side, what I'll get it as here? Probability of x is less than means what, ma? Or else 1 minus x is less than 1 means greater than, sorry, equal to 0, which is greater than 90%. Yeah. Again, what I'll get it as here? This one if I take that side, I'll have it as what, ma? Probability of x is equal to 0. That percentage, see here itself you can remove that percentage, ma. Here itself you remove this, that percentage 90 by 100 means what? 0.9 directly I can represent as 0.9. 1 minus 0.9 will be what? Greater than of what? 0.1. Then again probability of x is equal to 0. You know that directly I can substitute as probability of x is equal to 0. If you are a want, you can go with what? Q power n. This will be applicable only for what? The binomial distribution. So don't substitute for all the distributions, right? Yeah. So which is q power n greater than 0.1. So q value you know that, which is 2 by 3 whole power n, which is greater than 0.1. So taking log on both sides, how we will get it as? So take log on both sides. You need to get the value of your n. So take log on both sides and substitute it. You will have the value of n is equivalent to 5.72, which is approximately equivalent to 6, which is approximately equivalent to 6. So try to check it out. The value of your n is equivalent to 6. The value of your n is what, 6. Clear, na? That is how you have to solve the problem. Clear? Understanding what I'm saying? Is it clear all? Yeah. Next, one more criteria, one more problem. Like that you have to solve the problems based upon these distributions, right? Yeah. If capital X and Y are binomial random variables, capital X and Y are the binomial random variables. Okay, X follows binomial distribution of 2 comma p, and capital Y follows binomial distribution of 4 comma p. If probability of X is greater than or equal to 1, which is equivalent to 5 by 9, then find probability of Y is greater than or equal to 1 value. You need to find out it as. This is the question. So this is an application of your binomial distribution. See, X and Y are the binomial random variables. Binomial distribution of 2 comma p, that is n comma p. N value is 2. Binomial distribution of this one, Y follows. So they given the value as what, probability of X is greater than or equal to 1, which is equivalent to what? Probability of X greater than or equal to 1, which is equivalent to 5 by 9. Then then you need to calculate the value of this one. Am I right or not? Yeah. So take that probability of X is X greater than 1, which is equivalent to 5 by 9. Am I right or not? So this X greater than or equal to 1, you know that directly I can represent as 1 minus probability of X is less than 1, which is equivalent to 5 by 9. Again 1 minus probability of X is equivalent to 0, which is equivalent to 5 by 9. Am I correct or not? Yeah. Then go with the small mathematical calculations. Yeah, what you people will have it as? Yes, this one if I take it at that side. So probability of X is equivalent to 0, 1 minus this one. So you'll have it as what, 4 by 9. So X is equal to 0 means what? You know that again. Q power n, which is equivalent to 4 by 9. So for X binomial random variable, what is the value of your n? What is the value of your n? 2. For Y, the value of n is what? 4. So this is binomial distribution of 2 comma p. This is binomial distribution of what? 4 comma p. So this is Y and this is X. Okay. Yeah. So substitute this one. Q square, which is equivalent to what? 4 by 9. So what is this value? Q value? You have to take it as the positive value. So Q is equivalent from this. You will have it as what? 2 by 3. Then what is the P value? P is equivalent to 1 minus Q, which is 1 minus 2 by 3. That is 1 by 3. So my value of P is what? P is 1 by 3. Am I right or not? Yeah. Once if you know all this, you can able to calculate what? Now you need to calculate what? Probability of Y is greater than or equal to 1. This also can take it as what? 1 minus probability of Y is less than 1, which is equivalent to 1 minus the probability of Y is equivalent to 0. So now how I have to do it as this one again, 1 minus Q to the power of n. But here the value of your n, because it is I already told you that for X the value of your n is what, for X the value of n is 2, for Y the value of n is what, 4. So here for this Y the value of your n is 4. So hence I will substitute this one. So 1 minus 2 by 3 whole power 4, which is 1 minus 16 divided by 81. That value will be what? 65 divided by 81. So this is the answer for that particular problem. Okay, right? Clear with my point? So that is how you have to do it as. Okay, yeah. Then one more problem. Next, one more problem. If capital X is a binomial random variable, capital X is a binomial random variable, then find the value of summation x is equal to 0 to n x by n into ncx p power x q power n minus x. This value you have to calculate it as, where x is a binomial random variable, this value you have to calculate it as. So how you people will calculate? Yes, come on. How you will solve it as? This value I need to take it as. If you observe here, if you observe properly, this ncx p power x q power x is nothing but what, your binomial distribution only, na? Yes or no? And this one is, it is not a function of this one. So this I can represent it as summation x is equal to 0 to n x by n ncx p power x q power n minus x. This, what I am doing is, this 1 by n, whatever this n will be there, that I am taking outside. If I take this as this side, summation x is equal to 0 to n x into, which is ncx p power x q power x. Shall I write it now? Yeah, then again, what is this ma? This ncx p power x q power x, which is a probability mass function for your what? Binomial distribution. Am I correct or not? Yeah, this if I take it as, what I'll get it as 1 by n summation n is equal to, x is equal to 0 to n x into p of x. Am I correct or not? X into p of x. Then again, if you observe properly, this portion, this overall portion is nothing but what? It is a what ma? X into p of x. If you remember properly, this is what ma? Expectation of x or not? That is expectation of x with respect to a discrete random variable. That is expectation of x with respect to discrete random variable. And the two, whatever, for which random variable it is expectation? For a binomial random variable. Am I right or not? So that is equivalent to 1 by n into expectation of x. So on that two, this is nothing but what ma? It is a binomial random variable. Am I right or not? Yes or no? Yeah, this is the binomial random variable. So what is the binomial random variable expectation? E of x is n into p for binomial random variable. So this I'm just taking it as a binomial random variable. Am I right or not? You can cross verify with the properties. So just substitute this one, 1 by n into, this is n into p. So n will get cancelled. You will have the value of what ma? You will have the value of your what? P. So this is the answer for that. Clear with my point? So this is how you people have to do it as. This is how you people have to do the concepts with respect to what? Ma? The binomial distribution. Clear with my point? Yeah. Similarly, we'll go for the Poisson distribution. The Poisson distribution. Yeah. The next one is the Poisson distribution. Poisson distribution. So let me take the definition again. If x is said to be a Poisson random variable, if x is said to be a Poisson random variable. It allows the values from 0 to infinity with a parameter lambda that should be greater than 0, and its probability mass function is probability of x, where lambda, which should be greater than 0, that is the probability of x is equivalent to e to the power of minus lambda into lambda power x by x factorial. 0 is less than or equal to x is less than or equal to infinity, and lambda greater than 0 here itself, and it is 0 otherwise. This is the probability mass function for a Poisson random variable, right? Nothing is there. The difference between your binomial and Poisson distribution, the properties, the mean E of x is lambda, and the variance also lambda. Mean and variance is same. The difference between the binomial distribution and the Poisson distribution, binomial distribution, you are having two parameters called as n and p, and the values which is varies from 0 to n. But here the values is varies from 0 to infinity, only where a parameter lambda which is greater than 0. Okay, yeah. The short terms for identifying this problem belongs to what, the Poisson distribution or not. So the short terms call it as arrival rate. Like if you are identifying these words, if you are taking this, if you are observing these words in the problem, so directly you can take this problem belongs to the Poisson distribution. So defect arrival rate, defect probability, and the other one is rare occurrences, then evolutionary process. If you are identifying these terms in your problem, then that problem belongs to your what, the Poisson distribution. Okay, yeah. So let me take an example again so that people will have an idea. Yeah, let me take one example. A telephone switchboard receives 20 calls on an average during an hour. Find the probability that for a period of 5 minutes. In that, the first one, no call is received. Second one, exactly 3 calls are received. And the third one, at least 2 calls are received. So this is the question, Yeah, if you observe here the question, a telephone switchboard receives means call is arriving. So 20 calls on an average during an hour. So during an hour means 60 minutes. But they are asking what, probability of 5 minutes. So with the conditions of what, no call is received. No call is received means what, x is equal to 0. And exactly 3 calls means what, probability of x is equivalent to 3. All these are what ma? The probabilities. At least 2 calls means what? The probability of x is what ma? At least means what? The probability of x is greater than or equivalent to 2. You will do it. These are the things which you have to keep in your mind to solve that particular problem. So let me take the problem here. Yeah, during 1 hour ma, they told that 1 hour means what? You know that 1 hour means what ma? 60 minutes. Am I right or not? This is 60 minutes, right? So I need to calculate the lambda value, right? So this is 20 calls I am getting an 60 minutes. For 1 minute, you will have it as what ma? 20 divided by 60, which is nothing but what? 0.33 will be there. But they are asking what? The lambda, which is equivalent to what ma? Per a period of what? 5 minutes. So that is 5 into 0.33 you have to do it as, which is nothing but what ma? You will have 1.65. So now my lambda value will be 1.65. My lambda value will be 1.65. Am I right or not? Yeah. So now in the first problem, I have to take it as what I told you already. Probability of x is equivalent to 0. So this is e power minus lambda into lambda power x by x factorial. So where e to the power of minus lambda will be what ma? 1.65 into 1.65 whole power 0 divided by 0 factorial. Am I right or not? So whatever the value you are getting, e to the power of minus 1.65, 0 factorial 1, 1.65 power 0 this. Whatever the value you are getting, that you do it as. That is not a big deal. Then second problem, exactly 3 calls. Exactly 3 calls means what more? Probability of x is equivalent to 3, which is again what? E to the power of minus 3 into 3 power, e power minus lambda into that lambda value directly I am substituting here. Minus 1.65 into 1.65 whole power 3 by 3 factorial. So this value, whatever you are getting, that you can do it as. Okay. Then next one, last one will be what ma? Last one will be what? At least 2 calls. So that is probability of x is greater than or equal to 2, which is nothing but what? 1 minus probability of x is less than 2. This I can represent as what? 1 minus of probability of less than 2 means what ma? Less than 2 means what again? X is equal to 0 and x is equal to 1 I have to do it as. So that is x is equal to 0. Probability of x is equal to 0. Na? X I need to represent it. Probability of x is equal to 0 plus probability of x is equal to 1 I have to do it as. So substitute this 1 minus of that x is equal to 0 you already calculated ma. So that is e to the power of minus 6.5 plus 1 point lambda, e power minus lambda, e power minus lambda, e power minus 1.65 into lambda power 1, 1.65 whole power 1 by 1 factorial. Am I right or not? Yeah. Then you calculate ma, that calculation part I am giving for you guys. Whatever the value you are getting, that you do it as. Okay. Getting what I am saying there? Yeah. So that is how you people have to go through it, the particular criteria, right? Yes. Next problem. Next problem. If capital X and Y, next problem. If capital X and Y are independent Poisson random variable, independent Poisson random variables such that probability of x is equivalent to 1, which is equivalent to probability of x is equivalent to 2, and probability of y is equivalent to 2, which is equivalent to what? Probability of y is equivalent to 3. Okay. Then find variance of 3x minus 4y. Then find variance of 3x minus 4y. That you have to do it as. Okay. Yeah. So the given in the problem, x and y are the independent Poisson random variables. Probability of x is equivalent to 1, which is equivalent to 2, and probability of y is equal to 2, and which is equivalent to what ma? 3. So let me take the first analysis. Probability of x is equal to 1, which is equal to probability of x is equal to 2, they told that. Am I correct or not? Yeah, and the other one will be probability of y is equal to 2, which is equal to probability of y is equal to 3. So x is equal to 1, x is equal to 2. What will have Poisson distribution? E power minus lambda into lambda power 1 by 1 factorial, which is equal to e power minus lambda into lambda square divided by 2 factorial will be there. Am I right or not? Yes? Yeah. Similarly, this also e power minus lambda into lambda square by 2 factorial equivalent to e power minus lambda into lambda cube by 3 factorial. Right? Yeah. So make a cancellations of this e power minus lambda, e power minus lambda, lambda will be there. So we will have it as what? Lambda is equivalent to 2. Similarly here also. So this will gets cancelled. 3 factorial means 3 into 2. 2 factorial will gets cancelled. Lambda is equivalent to 3 you will have it as. So if you observe here, you know that if you observe properly, the mean and variance for Poisson random variable. The mean and variance for Poisson random variable is nothing but what ma? Same as it is of the lambda. So now from that analysis, what is your v of x 2 and v of x is also what ma? 2. Here e of y is 3 and v of y is 3. So you need to calculate what? You have to calculate the value of your what ma? Variance of 3x minus 4y you have to calculate it as. Then what you will get it as here, which is 3 square into variance of x plus 4 square into variance of y. So which is 9 into variance of x is 2 plus 16 into variance of y is 3. So 18 plus 48, which is 66. Which is 66. That is how you people have to solve it as. Clear? Understood what I'm saying here? Yeah. Yeah, next problem. Next one more. If capital X is a Poisson random variable, if capital X is a Poisson random variable and E of x square is 6, then find variance of x. Then find variance of x. This is the question. They given x is a Poisson random variable and E of x square value they had given. Am I right or not? Yeah, how I will calculate it as? So you know that variance of x is what usually? Variance of x is what? E of x square minus E of x whole square. Am I right or not? Then x is a Poisson random variable they are told. For a Poisson random variable, your E of x is lambda and your V of x is also what ma? Lambda. Am I correct or not? For a Poisson random variable, your expectation and variance is what? Both are lambda. So now variance of x is substitute this. Variance of x is lambda. E of x square value they provided, which is 6 minus lambda whole square. This is what ma? Lambda square. So if you check it out, this gives you what ma? The quadratic equation. That is lambda square plus lambda minus 6 is equal to 0. So what are the roots for this? What are the roots here? Lambda plus 3 into what ma? Lambda minus 2 is equal to 0. So now the lambda value is equal to minus 3 and the lambda value is equal to 2 will be there. So out of which you have to take it as what ma? This is not required because variance is what? Always a positive. So they asked you what? The variance this one. So variance is always positive. So hence lambda is equal to 2 you have to consider it as. Then variance of x, which is nothing but what ma? 2. So because variance always positive. Variance is always what? Positive. So hence that minus 3 value you did not consider it as. Clear now? Understood? Yeah. This is how you people have to solve the problems based upon your the Poisson's distribution. Okay. Yeah, let me take the another one which is called as the normal distribution or the Gaussian distribution. So let me take the last distribution here. Yeah, normal distribution or which is also called as a Gaussian distribution. Normal distribution or Gaussian distribution. So this is complete axis. Binomial distribution is 0 to n parameter and 0 to n values. Poisson distribution is 0 to infinity and the normal or Gaussian distribution is nothing but what, from minus infinity to plus infinity. So let me take the statement here. If x is said to be a normal random variable defined in the interval minus infinity comma infinity with the mean mu and a variance sigma square then the random variable is known as normal random variable, and its density function is given by its density function is given by normal distribution of that is n of x is your random variable, mu is your mean, and sigma square is the variance. So that is f of x is equivalent to 1 by root 2 pi sigma square e to the power of minus x minus mu whole square by 2 sigma square, where minus infinity is less than x is less than plus infinity, and it is 0 otherwise, where mu, I told you what mu is mean and sigma square is variance. Okay, so this is the normal distribution. It seems to be a bell-shaped curve actually, that I will tell you. Here you have to take it as one more, the standard normal random variable. The standard normal random variable you have to concentrate it as. Yeah, if x is a normal random variable, with the mean 0 and the variance 1, the mean 0 and variance 1, then the random variable is known as what? Standard normal random variable, and its density function is in the earlier one. See here, if I want to take for a standard normal random variable, mu is equal to 0 and sigma square is equal to 1, you need to substitute it as. So earlier case, if you substitute mean mu is equal to 0, this is 0, so minus x square, sigma value will be 1, so 1 by root 2 pi e to the power of minus x square by to you people will have this. So that is the thing. If I write, that is a probability density function, which is n of 0 comma 1. So mean 0, variance is 1. So which is mu, this is sigma square, which is equivalent to f of x. That is equivalent to what? 1 by root 2 pi e to the power of minus x square by 2. Directly they had asked you the previous, what is the standard normal random variable? They asked you the previous years. Directly they had asked you. Okay. Directly they asked you in the previous years. Right. Okay. So the curve it should be like this. Actually the Gaussian or normal random variable, the curve will be like this. It is a bell-shaped curve. This is from this is minus infinity to plus infinity, which is 0. This is your f of x. Yeah, it should be a bell-shaped curve, right? So which is symmetric with respect to this one. Yes, this is about the particular normal random variable. So usually you won't get the problems based upon your normal distribution, because if they want to give you the problem on normal distribution, again they have to give you the normal distribution table, right? So that thing they don't want to entertain that. So that is the reason why maximum they won't ask you the problems based upon your normal distribution. Clear with my point? Yeah, you don't get bothered, and try to practice the problems. Try to practice the problems on both the binomial distribution as well as your Poisson's distribution. Right. So if time permits for me, I will discuss you some problems based upon that. Okay, it won't get bothered. Clear with my point? Yeah, if time permits, I will solve those things. Okay. Yeah, simple questions only. Whatever the problems I solved in the binomial distribution as well as your Poisson's distribution, you will have the same thing. So nothing more clumsy there. If at all you are finding any difficulties, you can ask me. I will give you the clarity. Right. So try to solve some more problems on these distributions. Clear with my point? Please kindly solve some problems based upon your these distributions. Okay. Yeah. So the last topic in your probability, which is the statistics part, actually. So take down. Yeah. Generally, this you studied in your intermediate, So I'm just refreshing here. I'm just revising, that's all. Nothing more. Yeah, the statistics part is based upon your intermediate only, Just I'm revising for all these things for understanding that. So let me take the definition of your statistics. So according to the Professor R.F. Fisher, according to Professor R.F. Fisher, statistics is defined as collection of data analysis of data and interpretation of data So the data are, that is the different types. What are the different types of data? So types of data are, one is grouped and ungrouped data. This simple theoretical approach, that's all, nothing more than that. One is grouped data and ungrouped data. Grouped and ungrouped data. Next, second one, open data and closed data. Open data, closed data. So these are the types of data. Sir, yeah, these are the types of data. So let me take the grouped data. What do you mean by the grouped data? What do you mean by group data. Yeah, if the data contains class intervals and frequency together, then it is known as group data. Then it is known as group data. Right? So that is what? Class intervals as well as your frequency together. So that is, suppose if I take this as a class intervals and frequency if I take it as, yeah, both you are having. So that means, suppose if I am having 0 to 10 some frequency 2, then 10 to 20 some 2, then 20 to 30 some 4. So likewise, so both the class intervals as well as your what ma, both class intervals as well as your what frequency if you are having, then that type of data I am calling it as what group data. Okay, yeah, ungrouped data. Next one, ungrouped data. Yeah, ungrouped data, if the data contains only the observations, there is no what the class intervals. So if the data contains only observations, without any class intervals, without any class intervals, then the data is known as ungrouped data, are also called as raw data, right? Yeah, are also called as the raw data. Okay, yeah, so that is examples if I take it as simply like 3, 12, 20, 24, 100, 120, like that you'll have it as. So in which your 3 will be what ma, minimum, and 120 will be what, the maximum. So here there is no class intervals, only what ma, the observations, that's all. Yeah, next, closed data and open data. Closed data and open data. Yeah, the class intervals are continuous. If the class intervals are in a continuous form, without any discontinuity, then the data is called as closed data, right? Otherwise open data. If it is having a discontinuity, I will call it as a open data. Okay, so let me take an example so that you will have an idea. If I consider an example, here this is a class intervals, frequency if I take it as, this is 0 to 10 some 5, 10 to 20 some 2, 20 to 30 3, 30 to 40 some 6 if I take it as, this is 1, and similarly one more if I take it as, this is a class intervals, frequency if I'm taking, yeah, 0 to 9 some 3, 10 to 19, some 2, 20 to 29, some 4, 30 to 39, some 2 if I'm having here, right? So likewise, see here this 0 to 10 again it started with the 10, so hence there is no discontinuity. So hence this type of data I can call it as what? There is no discontinuity, so hence I will call it as what? It is a closed data. Then if you observe here, this is 9, this is 10, so there is a discontinuity will be there, am I right or not? So hence this type of data I used to call it as what? Open data. This type of data I used to call it as the open data. Clear? Yeah. So that is how you people have to go through it as. So here you have to keep in your mind. Here you have to keep in your mind that there are three things you have to keep in your mind. One is mean or average. Mean or average. That you know that mean or average means what? So x bar for ungrouped data, which is summation I is equal to 1 to n xi divided by n, where n is number of observations. Number of observations. Yeah, average means nothing but what? Sum of numbers divided by the total number of things. That's all, nothing more than here. So then x bar, that is a mean or average for grouped data. UGD means, here UGD means ungrouped data. Ungrouped data. This is for grouped data. Ungrouped data, which is grouped data. Yeah, so this is summation fi xi divided by capital N. So where capital N is sum of frequencies. Where capital N is sum of frequencies. Yeah. Xi is midpoint. Xi is midpoint, that is upper limit plus lower limit by 2. Right? Upper limit and lower limit. Suppose if I take an example, 1, 2, 3, 4 if you are having. So my capital N will be, I need to add all this. So this is 10 and this will be what? Small n will be what? 4. This is the difference between that and that. Okay. Yeah, this is how you have to take it as the mean value. The next one, median. Median. This we used to take it as MD. Yeah. If n is odd, the middle observation itself, you know that. I'm just giving for revision, that's all. If n is odd, then the middle observation itself is median. Am I right or not? Yeah. Then the other one will be, if n is odd, n is even, sorry. If n is even, yeah, then what you have to do it as? Average between the middle observations. The average between the middle observations. Provided data rearranged in either in ascending order or descending order. Either in ascending or descending order. Either in ascending order or descending order. Clear is my point? Yes or no? Yeah. And the other one will be the number of observations. The number of observations above the middle is the number of observations above the middle is equal to the number of observations below the middle. Am I right or not? Yeah, this is the part of that particular criteria. And the median MD is L plus this, you know that L plus n by 2 minus m divided by f, which is whole multiplied with what, ma? See, whole multiplied with what? See, you have to do it as, right? Yeah, this is the median part of that criterion, right? Where here, yeah, L is lower limit for the ideal class, L is the lower limit for ideal class, and F is frequency for the ideal class, and M will be cumulative frequency. M will be cumulative frequency for above the ideal class. Above the ideal class. And C is the size of the class. C is the size of the class. Then what do you mean by the ideal class? So ideal class is equivalent to what, ma? N divided by 2. Ideal class will be what? N divided by 2. Okay. Right? Yeah. So just take an example for understanding this. Take an example, ma, to understand this one. Find the median for the following group of data. For the following group data. So that is class intervals, and the frequency. Class intervals and frequency. Right? Yeah. So this is 0 to 10, 3, 10 to 20, 5, 20 to 30, 7, 30 to 40, 2, 40 to 50, 1. This is the part, right? Yeah. So let me take this one. For this I have to calculate the median one. So first you go with the ideal class. What is the ideal class generally? Ideal class will be what, ma? N by 2. Yeah. So try to check it out here. N by 2 means what? N, how will do it as? See, this is class intervals, frequency, and you take it as a cumulative frequency, which is called as the cumulative frequency, that is CF. Cumulative frequency. Yeah. So this, you know that this is 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50. Yeah. These values are what? 3, 5, 7, 2 and 1 more. Cumulative frequency means what? 3. First one is a 3. 3 plus 5, 8. 8 plus 5, what? 15. 15 plus 2, 17. 17 plus 1, 18. Am I right or not? So this total will also be what, now? N, which is equivalent to 18. So this 18 and this 18 will be equal. Am I right or not? So Then what is your ideal class? Ideal class is equivalent to n by 2, which is 18 by 2, that is what ma? 9. So hence ideal class will be what? N by 2, which is what? 9. So where I am having this 9? Yeah, this is what my ideal class. This itself I used to call it as the ideal class. Actually this is what ma? 7 now. Yeah, this is my ideal class. Okay, this is the ideal class. Yeah, tell me what is that? What is the lower limit of your ideal class? Lower limit will be what ma? This is capital L. Then F. F is the what? Frequency of your ideal class. Right. Then M. M is the cumulative frequency for the above ideal class. So M is nothing but what? This is your M. So these are the required thing. So now what is your mean? Median. MD is equal to what? L plus n divided by 2 minus m, right, by f for a whole. We'll have it as what into c. So substitute all the values. L will be what ma? The lower limit, which is 20 plus yeah, n by 2 is 9 minus m is 8, okay, divided by 7 into what ma? That c will be 10. So if you calculate, you will have it as what? 21.4 is the answer. You can check it out. Okay, right? Clear? Yeah. Suppose sometimes what happens is, if the first class itself it is an ideal class ma, that at that time what you have to do it as, write down. If it is such case, make a note point. If the first class if the first observation, or class interval, not issue, the first observation itself is ideal class, then the cumulative frequency, and frequency are same or equal, that is m is equivalent to f. Okay, that point you have to keep in your mind. So likewise you have to do it as, and the last one will be what ma? The mode. Last one will be mode. This I have to take it as m naught. Yeah, this you know that nama. Mode means what? The most frequently repeated observations is the most frequently repeated observations is known as mode. So if I take the example, let me take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 6, 7, 2, 3, 11, 12, and 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. Yeah. What is a mode for this? What is a mode for this one? Which is a how many number of times? So 2, 1, 2, 3, 4 times. So which is nothing but what ma? Mode will be 2. Then similarly, suppose if I take it is a unimodal actually. The other one if I take it as like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 6, 7, 2, 3, 8, 9, 2, 3, 10, 11, 2, 3, like that if I take it as. What is the mode here? Here 2 and 3 repeatedly taken. So this is your mode. I used to take it as what ma? Which is uni mode, which is what? Bi mode. That is by mode you people have to do test. So likewise you have to go with the different strategies. Clear now? Different strategies. So the relation between mean, median, mode will be relation between mean, median and mode is what? M naught is equal to 3 times of your mode minus 2 times of mean. This is the relation between this one. Okay, this point also you have to keep in your mind. So likewise you people have to take the analysis of what that thing. Clear? Yeah. So here in the part of this, the last one, that's the last concept, last part. Just it is a definition just it is a definition for that. Okay, the skewness, I has already told you that it's a lack of the symmetry actually. So skewness, the last part. Skewness means a lack of symmetry. A lack of symmetry is skewness. So usually you will take it as this. If I take this as a curve like this is minus infinity plus infinity. So this curve I used to call it as symmetry. For a symmetric curve, mean is equivalent to median is equivalent to mode. Then if I take the positively skewed and the negatively skewed, these are the curves. This will be, we will call it as a negatively skewed. This will be positively skewed. We used to call it as. Yeah, for a negatively skewed, mode is greater than, median is greater than mean. And for positively skewed, mode is less than, median is less than mean. Okay. Yeah. So just they asked you direct question in that simple thing. If a random variable is negatively skewed and positively skewed, then what is the relation between skewed? What is the relation between mean, median, and mode? So based upon that, some questions they asked you actually that you can go directly. That is not a big deal here. If you check it properly, your previous questions, you will have an idea. Okay. Yeah. If at all you have any doubts, you can get the clarity. So this is about the probability concept. I hope I given a maximum of I covered the maximum parts of your calculus. So if at all you have any doubts, you can get the clarity. Okay, you just WhatsApp me. I'll give you the clarity. Right? Yeah. Thank you. This is about the probability. The next session will start with the differential equations. Okay. Yeah. Fine. Thank you all.